I'm Kim from Tall Mouse Creative Arts, and welcome to CK Scrapbooking Events Manchester. We are very happy to have you with us today. We have a lot to go over, so we're going to get started with some Halloween, and Jim is our cameraman, so he's going to come on in close. So we are going to take a look at our paper pads to begin. Okay, so we've got two available. One is Echo Park paper. It's I Love Halloween. It's got a nice, fun, and cutesy look to it. And then I just want to show you a little treat box that I made out of specifically the pumpkin paper. So that is a fun little treat box. And then I'm going to show you a picture of the second one because I ran out of the first order and my refill order is coming in. It would be Carta Bella, and it's Halloween Market, so it has a nice chic Halloween look to it. So two different ones available. I Love Halloween Echo Park, fun and cutesy, or if you want to go chic look this Halloween, Halloween Market by Carta Bella. And yeah, my little picture. So two to choose from. And then taking a look at some of our Halloween dies, and what I did this year is I turned some containers, I just rolled my paper up and turned it into a fun little container. I'm going to lift it up right there. But how I decorated it is with our die. So I called this one Mummy Munchies, and this one is Which Way to the Candy. And I used this particular die that made three different styles of Halloween costumes. Our mummy, our witch, and I call it our Mousenstein. So that's our little Frankenstein. And then buzzing over to this particular die, this one makes 6 different costumes. We have a little witch, we have a Frankenstein right there, we have a pirate, and then we've got another witch, well that was sorcerer, and then bat, and then another little Dracula right over there. So that particular die makes 6 different costumes. And then just quickly looking over, this is a small example of some of our dies. We have so many on the website. This one was our beer. This skeleton is really popular. And then if you notice this creature, he's running and then he's kind of scratching his head. I call him the Blue Monster. And then we've got our Halloween bat right here, nice and fun. And then a skeleton, I didn't make my sample just yet, so that's a really good pirate looking guy. Skeleton's right here. Let me just move him down. So that's our skeleton die, kind of in a mirror, kind of fun for like a mansion-ish. And then of course we've got our favorite bear in the costume. Strip can be cut out and used in any different color. And then if you notice this pumpkin, I'm going to have Jim come in real close on that because you'll notice it's got a nice fleur-de-lis, filigree type of look, lacy look, but it's got a character I think you'll recognize right there. That is the pumpkin die, and then that's what it looks like on a bag. So I just did a real quick, cute little bag for that. Okay, so some of our other dies very popular. We've got a handful left of Harry Potter, and when they're gone, they're gone. This is the last run that Character World, is doing. So we've got Hagrid, we've got Dementor, Severus Snape, we've got Ron Weasley, Hermione, we've got Quidditch, we've got a handful more on the website, and I believe they're on as a bundle deal too, so you want to pay attention to that. And then no, Halloween is complete without Julie Nutting. We've got 3 of them, Beautiful, Catgirl, and Skelly, and then they're all on retirement, so they're not coming back. So if you want them, you better get them. However, she did come up with 3 new ones. So let's take a look at that. So this one is Katrina. She's got her little hopscotch, and she's jumping rope. Totally cute. And then we've got Mandy with the little hula hoop, and then I just love the sun and Cutie Pie. And then we've got Carter and Carly in the tire, and then sitting, cross-legged, let's play. So she came out with 3 new ones. They're available individually on the website as well as a package deal. So you want to check that out if you're a Julie Nutting lover. And then we're going to buzz on over to our stickers. I'm going to check our time too. Okay. We have a lot of stickers, and if you've been in our booth, you've seen, oh my gosh, the whole wall of stickers, a ton. So I'm just pulling a few basics here for you. So we're going to start right here. I call them the domes. There's silver and gold. They make a nice accent to anything that you're doing, and you're getting that entire strip, so you can go crazy with whatever project you're going to do. We've got these nice, they're a dome and kind of a glitzy top to them, this guy, and then we're going to switch on over to, I call these our gumdrop. They have a nice sugary top to them, an assorted strip, and then let me pull this one out, and then this guy is the AB, or the iridescent. Now, it's very fun as it is, and you can, lots of people use it for snow, but you can take your alcohol marker and color the top of it to change whatever color to match whatever project you're doing. So that's just another way of using this particular sticker. And then a couple of new stickers came in. These are epoxy. So balloons and candies, I thought they would be fun for birthdays, but then the candy for Christmas to kind of make your pages or your cards pop. And then I'm going to come back to the pirate, but we've got some Christmas ones here too. So I like the hats, the trees, the stockings, and they've got a little foam puff to them, but a high glitz factor, so that's always fun. And then I'm going to lay out a couple more. So we've got pearls as well as like the metallic domes. And then, you know, these are always good to put in the middle of flowers. Lots of different colors on the website. And then I just pulled a few other ones that we've got. These are 4mm. We've got more in the gumdrop. We have we call them the skinny strips. It's a black, but it's got a nice iridescent to it. So it throws a lot of light in different colors. So that's different than having a white AB iridescent. AB, excuse me. Nice gold ones. And then of course you've got your clear, which you can color 4mm, 6mm, 8mm. So lots of different choices on the website of basic bling sticky back stickers. And then these are brand new. So I'm going to bring this over here. So this is a honeycomb sticker, which if you've been around a while, these were around probably, 15, 20 years, but they're back and they're reformulated and on trend. So they are going to open up and have a honeycomb. Not all of them, but this one is the cake. Oh my gosh, and the balloon. Can you imagine having a card and that guy showing up like that? Totally fun. That's the birthday. And then this is the pirate, which I thought would be fun for Halloween. So, the little bomb will go off with the honeycomb. The ship, totally cute. His hat. Oh my gosh, totally fun. And then his pants too will be honeycombed. Oh, just totally fun. So wanted to show you guys a couple of new things in the stickers. And then a good basic that we have, just to remind you of, is ultra fine glitter. It's just in an inexpensive jar. It does have the shaker top on it, just showing you that. And then these have been organized in a couple of different color schemes. I kind of did the light sugar cookie fairy colors with the rose gold, brand new color in the middle. And then you know our iridescent, if you didn't know this, I'm going to remind you guys. Iridescent can be colored, the top of it. You know, when you burnish it onto a paper, you can sprinkle this on, burnish it into it, and then you can use your alcohol markers to color the top of it. That would be the iridescent. Then I did a Halloween layout, and then I did a Christmas color scheme as well. And obviously they can be mixed up, but I only have so big of a container to be putting them in. And then before I show you one more set of glitter, I'm just gonna show you, these are some ephemera from the Prima Marketing sugar cookie layouts we're gonna talk about in just a minute. So they match some of these particular colors, which we'll come back to. And then I'm gonna lay this guy down because tinsel glitter, where this is ultra fine, tinsel glitter is just what it says. It's little sprinkles of tinsel. The blue seems to show up in the video the best. So it's little shards of tinsel. So it's a 13-piece set, 12 colors, but then the tray, there's a tray in there that acts as your 13th piece. So that is going to be on special for you guys also. That would be tinsel glitter. Nice little fun set to give as a gift or for yourself. And then we've got Prima Marketing. Okay, we don't have too many more of these left, but this is the Sugar Cookie Collection. We have it in a kit format, or excuse me, a bundle deal. It's a 12 by 12 pad, and then Jim's gonna come in close so you can take a look at all of the fun papers. In fact, why don't I open this? Because that really shows you. This has got a nice layout to it, and I think one of my, where's my favorite? I have to actually show you the sugar cookie. There we go. You have lots of selection here. Nice, bright, soft colors. There we go. Yeah, so nice and fairy colors. Softer side of Christmas in a way. So this is Prima Marketing Sugar Cookie. There's two Afirma packs, a set of journaling cards, and then that is a second Afirma pack. We have chipboard stickers, puffy stickers, and then 2 sets of flowers to go with it. And then this flower set is really fun because it's got some beads on the inside of the flowers in the middle, while these have rhinestones. So 2 different flower sets. So that's going to be a bundle deal on the website. And then good basics to always have now, especially for doing cards and wrapping up bundles. We've got our twine. So we've got white, black, we've got natural, of course, and then we've got the bone colors. And then just a reminder of all the ribbon we have. It's sheer ribbon. Everything is 25 yards, 3/8, and then we've got 5/8 on the website. Both of them match. Did some Halloween and fall colors, and then I pulled together traditional Christmas as well as some of the Christmas colors that match the sugar cookie. And then I'm just gonna lay this down there so you can see the size of that. Nice sheer ribbon. Lots of colors on the website. So you guys are going to take a look at this while we flip our table. And just a reminder, we are on Facebook. So go ahead and follow us and like us on Facebook. Search Tall Mouse Creative Arts, and we will be right back. Okay, we've flipped our table over. We're going to talk about tools, some deals, tapes, watercolor, Winkostella, all kinds of goodies that you have to have. So, all right, we're going to come in close and take a look at some of our sanders that just came in. They are brand new. So the sanders, we've got 2 different flavors. These are the hearts, and there is 2 grits, 2 different sanding grits, and then we've got our little rectangles. These come in a pack of 2, these come in a pack of 3, and obviously I use this one, but it's got nice grits on both sides. So wonderful for sanding wood, paper, your nails, whatever you need to do. Always handy to have with you. And then Judikins always makes a great set. Well, all their products are great, but the detail scissors are very fine for fussy cutting. Excellent product to be having. And then piercing tool is always helpful. This comes in a pack of 2, so it's got 2 different points on it, which is always great too, in case you want to be doing different holes and not get out the hole puncher. And then an interesting tool that we've carried for quite some time is what's called a pin roller. So it's a steel handle, steel on there as well. And then those little guys are particularly sharp. It is strong enough to go through canvas, but you can also make stitching lines and then go ahead and stitch on your paper or your cardstock. So that's an interesting little unique tool that we carry. And then you guys know we have all kinds of tools. So I'm just showing you a small smattering of what we have. And then flush cutters, the best you have to have. So nice protective lid on it. Flush cutters, if you notice, they are flush, flat on one side so that they're going to flush up against anything that you're going to work with. Great for cutting the shanks off the back of buttons so you can make it a flat back embellishment. But this is good for snipping apart your nesting dies or any type of dies also. So those have a nice sharp edge, so you do want to be careful with them. I'm so glad that they put a protector on them because that's very helpful. So that would be the flush cutters. And then we're going to move over here because bone folders. Why is Teflon so great? Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you what we have. So we have two in the long form. They both have spatula ends on them. One is round, one is point. And then we've got the wedge, which is always handy. Sometimes people can hold that better than the long one. And then the mini keychain. First of all, it is functional, but it's cute, and you know we all like cute. So Teflon bone folders, what's the big deal? Well, first of all, they're nice and soft. They have a nice, luxurious feel to them. Nice spatula end, so you can do your scoring with that and creasing. This has got a nice rounded end, which is the one I prefer. And I use Judikins templates quite a bit, so I like the round one because I feel like I'm going to get more surface coverage for it. But nothing stains these. They're virtually indestructible, and it'll take up to almost 600 degrees heat. So if you actually use that while you had your heat gun, you can use that as an extra set of fingers. And the fact that they clean up really nice is great. So Teflon bone folders, 4 different styles for you. And then stamp chamois. We've got a couple of different choices here. What is a stamp chamois? So it is a chamois. You do need to hydrate it, and this one's been used several times, but you have to hydrate it. We've got a small pack, a little couple of different colors, pink, purple, blue, green, and then we've got the bigger tube as well. So that is a bigger size, but you can, if you choose to purchase the tube, you can cut that guy up. You can cut them up either way, but 2 different offerings for you. So I'm going to move these guys off to the side and show you what it does. I inked this particular one right now, so I want to clean this off. So I'm just going to, and it is kind of noisy, but I'm going to transfer all that ink onto that guy so my stamp is nice and clean, so I can turn around and use it again, and it removed all that ink. So this is what's called the stamp chamois, and then if you notice, because these are easy to clean up, you can go ahead and use clean up your Teflon tool as well. So super duper handy, should always be in your crafting tool chest, absolutely. And then another great basic tool to be having if you do a lot of stamping is the static thing. So that's what this guy is. It's black on one side and purple on the other. That white powder is intentional, if you see that floating down there, right there. Okay, you're going to stamp and prepare your paper, or you're going to pounce it onto your paper and then flick it off before you do any stamping or embossing. Because when you sprinkle the embossing powder on it and then flick it off, then this prevents all those little flakes from going somewhere, and then you have your heat gun and then you've got all those little specks that you didn't want to. So that's called the stamping thing. That's a great tool to be having. And then just a reminder, you guys all know about the pencil. So earlier I showed you our sticky back sticker rhinestones, which those are great, one use for them. But if you do loose rhinestones, you want to definitely get the pencil. This picks up and places a rhinestone, sequins, small pieces of paper. It'll even do the diamond dots also, wherever you would like. It's not a wax pencil. It's compressed bamboo and vegetable oil. So this is a great little tool to be having. That is the pencil. And then crafting clamps, always a great basic, 2 different sizes. We've got the pack of 3 large, and then the pack of 6. And of course we have to have pink to have it in our kit. So crafting clamps are always great to have in case, even if you're not a scrapbooker, if you're a beater or if you work with fabric too, you can clamp different areas to hold everything together. All right, crafting clamps. Now I'm going to show you tweezers. However, one of the tweezers acts like a clamp, so that's why we're kind of showing this together. So this is what's called a reverse tweezer, and it acts like a clamp because it's going to hold whatever you're doing until you pinch to release it. So I'm just going to have it hold that particular piece of paper. So I can walk around with this, do whatever I want, and then I'm going to pinch and release whatever I'm doing. Now that's completely opposite to the other tweezers. So we've got anti-magnetic, which this particular one is not anti-magnetic, but these 3 are anti-magnetic. We have a very fine point and they are very sharp. We have a curved tip, same sharpness as this guy, and then we've got what's called a duck bill. It's flat, in case you want to do embellishments or something that you don't need that particular, oh, Jim's turning it on its side. In case you don't need a particular point for. And then this is all anti-magnetic, so that means nothing's going to stick to it. And then that guy is super duper sharp. So in order to be using these, you're going to clamp with my fingers. I'm holding this down until I release it, which is obviously opposite of this guy, until I pinch to release it. So that's a little bit about our tweezers, little education on tweezers. And then what kind of other products do we have? Okay, finger daubers are always a good basic. We have them in two different styles, or packs, excuse me. 6-pack, and then we've got a 20-pack, and then teeny tiny daubers. And Jim's gonna come in close. That's the tip of a teeny tiny dauber. What are you gonna use that for? Any tiny little place you wanna put chalk, ink, anything, a little dab of glue. That obviously the finger dauber is too big to do that. So that's our teeny tiny daubers. And then we're going to come up this little column because we've got some ink pads on the website too. A couple of new colors also get you going. Ink pads are always great to have in your stash. And then pads of paper. So we've got a couple of collections. These are 6x6s, packs of 20, nice textured cardstock. We have what's called fruit, tropicals, bold, basic colors, pastel, and then of course we've got the black, white, gray collection. So this is on a bundle deal on the website. And then a good deal that we've got going on here, this is going to be a 90 sheet. So these are single-sided, yes they are, 6x6, but 90 sheets. You get all these colors, polka dots and stripes. You got the whole rainbow going on right there. Lots of fun colors right there. So that's going to be on the website for $5. So good deal on that. And then glue. Let's get educated on glue. We have our minis, which is E6000 and Zip Dry. And then Zig, always a good basic to have. Zig is what's called two-way, or these are what's called two-way glue. So it comes out blue. That's great because then you know where it's going. And then if you leave that alone for just a moment, that becomes tacky. So you can use it like that or let it dry clear and then it's permanent. So we've got the fine tip, chisel, and then the big broad one too, which is always a nice basic to have. Okay, then other basic adhesives. We've got our Darice tape runner, good one. It's a one and done. When you're done with it, just goes in a recycle bin. It's not refillable. And then new item, stencil tape. And I know maybe some of you are doing stencils or not, but what is this good for? It's low tack so that you can apply it onto your dies, onto your machine, and hold your die onto your paper, run it through. So that's a good helpful stencil tape to do. Then we've got our really large, this is a 1-inch wide tape, terrible, or you can do, not terrible, it's actually great, but you can tear it. Let's be correct about that. Jim's starting to laugh. Okay, so that is available to tear. So that's our 1-inch tape, or you can run it through with your scissors too. So we have a couple different sizes. Excuse me. After talking so a while, I'm losing my voice. So we've got 1-inch, and then we also have 3, 5, 8, 12, and a 15 millimeter on the website too. And then always good is the 3-pack of different size foam tape. So that's always helpful because then you don't jam up your scissors, which I've done before, and that is so irritating. So this is a good pack to have. And then of course we've got our lovely very strong tape, and then we've got Wonder Woman tape too. So we've got two different kinds, and obviously think Redline Strong on that. And then, woohoo, we have to talk about Wink of Stella because it's just the best. So I pulled some of the fall colors right here. Clear, gotta have it. Brown, black, violet. We have yellow and orange, so think of about your fall colors. And then I pulled the white aside too, because remember you can use white for snow, which is always fun to have. And it shows up really well on dark paper. And then last but not least, we've got a deal for you on watercolors by Prima Marketing. These guys are going to go for 20 bucks. I just pulled a handful over here right now. So showing you the watercolor selection. And then I'm going to open up my tin, which is vintage pastel. So these, how about if I put that the same layout as those colors? Vintage pastel is my favorite out of the entire collection. However, this picture of pastel with the macarons is my favorite picture. But nice, fun colors. You've got a nice particular size, nice and portable also. But the size of your little inside your tins are just perfect if you are a once in a while watercolor person or if you do it quite a bit. So you can use these tins as the well as your ink wells. I'm going to fold that up. It's got a little flap on the back so you can hold it with your finger as you're using it. Definitely can travel, so these are very handy. And you know, Prima Marketing is always on trend, so these color groupings have been put together. And if you purchase them, yes, they're 20 bucks, but you're also going to get a set of 4 brushes with every pack that you pick. These are the Sumi brushes, and they are a natural bamboo handle, and these are all natural hair brushes. Okay, you guys, we've got real quick minute to go over the deal. You're going to be 20% off the website, off regularly priced product, not on sale. You got a couple of hot deals, watercolor for one, and then you got the paper pads. And then you're going to use code MANCH20, Manchester, sorta, Manch 20. And then free shipping over $50, and you have 3 days to use it. It'll end on Sunday. And then head on over to Facebook, follow and like our Facebook page. Search Tall Mouse Creative Arts. Okay, see you next time.